the folks that are coming up here have some important information to share with you. So, gentlemen, grab a seat. Okay, I'm not sure if Sean's... Okay. Assemblywoman Ellen Jaffee was one of the first people in state government, or the first one to my knowledge, that saw this crisis coming. And we'd love it if she would share with us briefly what's happening in Albany and what value you can bring to homeowners in the room.
Thank you very much. Home ownership is the cornerstone of the American dream. Remember, from the time I was first married, what I wanted to do was own my own home. It is something that we all aspire to, and we all know that it is a struggle for most of us to attain a home and to maintain it. But due to a variety of circumstances, mortgage brokers that weren't exactly within the law in terms of how they were moving forward with clients, and the circumstances of the economy, and a variety of reasons, so many people now are threatened with losing their home. And when I first went to Albany in 2007, during my first term, I had an intern who had family, and she shared with me some dramatic concerns about her parents losing their home. And when I started to look into the circumstances, I realized that this was a very serious situation, and I started to do a little research and realized that we were in a serious situation in this state and in this country. And we then in the New York State Assembly held hearings on the subprime mortgage industry and began to come together with initiatives to attempt to respond to what was happening. In 2008, the New York State Legislature allocated in its 2008 budget $25 million to provide direct assistance to homeowners in subprime loans. The funding will go and has already been allocated to many organizations and agencies, nonprofit agencies, to provide direct housing, counseling, and legal services to homeowners for subprime loans. In Rockland County, $350,000 was allocated to Rockland Housing Action Coalition and to Legal Aid to be able to do the work that they have been discussing with you this evening, the very important work to be able to help you respond to your crisis or pending crisis of possibly losing your home. That funding, I am told, has been extremely helpful here and throughout the state in providing additional staff and additional ability to be able to respond to the numerous requests of many in our community that do require assistance. It empowers the organizations to provide a number of things: education and counseling, mediation, legal representation, and the court-based services. In addition, the Assembly and the Senate and the governor, after negotiation, came up with a three-way agreement on legislation aimed at addressing this crisis with legislation that would be of assistance. And the new law actually addresses two important goals: preventing foreclosures by providing safeguards and additional protections for homeowners with subprime loans in default, and providing prospective relief, creating a framework for the future for more responsible lending. Part of that initiative was discussed previously in terms of that 90-day notification, which had not been in place previously. So now, if you are there is a requirement of a pre-foreclosure notice to subprime borrowers at least 90 days before initiating a foreclosure proceeding. Also, there are notices that are sent out have to include referrals and contact information for counseling agencies, 5 counseling agencies to be exact, in the homeowners region, so that they can have someone to contact for assistance. So at least moving forward, we felt that this would provide opportunity to first give notice within ample time and assistance in terms of providing additional information. There are also a number of other steps. Mandatory settlement conference, it would be required, providing assistance that way, and a number of other pieces of the legislation that provides assistance to those who are in difficult circumstances. As we move forward, certainly your presence here shows a great deal of courage, I have to say. I remember when I bought my first home, I got a second job because I was terrified that I was going to be able to afford it. But we live in a very difficult time now, and with jobs and people losing their jobs every day in the economy is so difficult. To be able to step out and say, I need to seek assistance, I need to be able to learn what is possible, what is available, takes an enormous amount of courage. Most people, when they're faced with a crisis, want to avoid, want to look away, want to make believe that it's going to go away. We all did it, we all do it, and I've done it. There is times in your life when you don't want to face that, inevitable. And so I do believe that it took a great deal of courage for you to be here today, and I beg you to reach out to those who you know who may be in difficulty. It may be your children. That's why you're here, to help them. It may be parents, it may be friends and neighbors, and share with them the information that you have learned today. And I've learned a great deal as well sitting here through this conference from the experts that are speaking to you about not delaying, about seeking the help immediately, about reaching out to those in the community who can help you, the counseling, the sheet that you received with the names of those who will be able to help. Make that phone call, and certainly they will be able to guide you in a way that will help you at least make decisions that will be supportive. I thought it was important that I be here tonight to learn also, is there something else we can do at the state level to be of help? Is there further allocation that we could provide in terms of funding that could make it even easier for those who would like to, have that kind of assistance? We did at one point expand on the allocation and it was cut back. Perhaps we need to expand on that and say we want to give more help to homeowners who are in this problem. So don't waste time. As was indicated over and over again, move intelligently, make the phone calls, seek help from friends who can be of support to you, and know that you are not alone. You have those you can call. My office is on here as well. Rose Leandre is my Director of Constituent Services, and she's been here this evening listening as well. And together we can do this, and we can help guide you as well. So I want to wish you all good luck and a happy Thanksgiving with your family. And we in the state level will continue to listen and observe and speak to those agencies most closely involved so that we know what else we can do, what more we can do to provide assistance to you at this very difficult time.
Thank you.